do you think tips have gotten out of control or not?
Here's the thing, man, and this is God's honest truth. Before I met my wife, I never understood how to properly tip. Like in Detroit.
And I've met your wife, and she's a great woman.
Great woman, man.
Seems very intelligent and smart
She
and
is.
kind. And
Yeah, very kind, because she used to be a waitress, and that's how she taught me how to tip.
Right.
So before I met her, I thought if my food was $18 total and I drop a 20 down, me giving you the change was a tip, right? And my wife taught me that you double the tax at the bottom, and then if you want to add some more, cool, but you double it and that's your tip. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So once she taught me how to tip, I realized that my family doesn't know how to tip, and I start telling them how to tip, and it's made a couple of them better, and some of them are like, no, I'm not doing it. So I think people who wait tables deserve a lot more money than they get. And if you have the money to pay for food at a restaurant, you should have the money to tip these people nicely if they're great. If they're horrible, they don't deserve anything anyway.
Right. I agree completely with that, especially with restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
If they're great service.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, because the food could be a $50 steak, and I could order a $50 steak, and you order a $20 hamburger.
Yeah.
We're getting the same service, but I'm tipping more.
True.
Which is an interesting thing, considering the chefs in the back are the ones making it, and they're not getting tipped. Now, they get paid more than the servers.
Right.
California, not usually, because everybody gets paid a substantial amount, whereas in Michigan and like Florida, they're getting, it's amazing how legal it is. It's amazing to me how waitresses in Michigan and like Chicago can get paid less than minimum wage because they're getting tipped. But I see more people. I think everybody agrees that restaurants are tip great, tip 18 to 20%, tip them well. They're serving you. If you don't want to tip, don't go out to eat.
Yeah.
Love it, applaud it. But when you see tip functions, when they spin that iPad around at Starbucks, when they spin that iPad around at Little Caesars, when they spin that iPad around at Papa John's.
Yeah.
Every nowadays, I see a lot more memes on the internet making fun of tips, because they're like, when I see that iPad get spinned around, because there are people who aren't waiting tables.
Yeah.
People aren't bringing you a ketchup and then a barbecue sauce because you forgot immediately.
Right.
Getting tipped out.
Now, here's the thing. If we're going to say that, let's talk about it, man.
Let's talk about tipping let's talk about tipping at, I'm going to say this again for the clip.
Yeah.
Let's talk about tipping at places that don't deserve a tip.
Now, first of all, if I'm at a Starbucks or a Jamba Juice or any of these places you go spin the iPad around and you just turning it around, all you're doing is taking my order, you're not getting the tip, fam. You're not doing anything special for me. Now, if you did something special for me, like I'm like, hey, let me get this and that, and they're like, if you did this, you could get this. Then it's like, oh, you're helping me. Let me give you a little something. But if you're just taking my order and you got an attitude and you flip that iPad around, you're not getting nothing, bro.
It's like a magic trick.
Yeah, here you go. That's a tip.
And then they're
wanna look at you.
presenting. And then they're like, just fill the, type
Fill
whatever
this
you
out.
want. And then they kind of, they're side-eyeing as
yeah.
they pretend to turn around, but they're looking to see.
Is he gonna hit no tip? Oh, he hit no tip. All right, take longer with his food, bro. I don't like that. Don't ask for the person who should get the tip. It's just like if you're at a hotel and you're like, here, I check in, and they're like, oh, let me give you a free upgrade. Like, let me give you a tip.
Right.
But if you're just taking my order, you're not even person bringing me my food. You don't. What do you need a tip for?
Right. I mean, you're getting minimum wage like everybody. I get it. Should you get paid more? Sure.
If you help me get more, I'm gonna give you.
Sure. Should Starbucks or Jamba Juice or Papa John's or Chick-fil-A pay you more? Absolutely.
They should.
Everybody should get paid more.
Yes.
But that's also what minimum wage is, and that's what people get paid. Sometimes people go above and beyond, like In-N-Out will pay their employees higher than minimum wage. But if you're taking my order and some other high schooler in the back is making my burger, and then you're putting it out, or making my coffee, and then you're just saying razzle.
Yeah.
Why am I going to put 20% when this coffee's already $8?
You know who deserves a tip? I'll give you this. Chick-fil-A and Trader Joe's employees.
Okay, I'll give you Chick-fil-A because they say have a great day.
Never have I been in a Chick-fil-A or Trader Joe's and have I encountered a bad employee. They're always super nice, super patient, super helpful, always. Chick-fil-A, Trader Joe's.
I will give you that. Now, here's where I will be more inclined to tip. Don't make me have to click no tip. Don't make me feel bad by clicking no tip.
Yeah.
If I pay with cash, let me put the change in a jar.
Let me do it.
Let me put my change in a jar,
Yeah.
but don't make me feel like an asshole by clicking no tip because I'm judging you for spinning around an iPad.
Don't spin an iPad.
It's a double-edged sword where it's like if you're going to put a no tip thing on the iPad where I sign to close out my credit card, fuck you.
Yeah.
If you have a jar that lets me put change in there, I'll put my change in there.
Also, be kind enough to where I want to tip. Don't be short with me and expect a prize for you having an attitude.
Right.
Not doing it. You can spend an iPad as much as you want. I'll hit no tip in front of you so you know you didn't do a good job.
Right. Absolutely. Like I remember if I had the option, maybe I'll try and do this now if I get the option. But I don't think, like, I don't eat fast food because it's bad for you. But I remember I used to, in high school, I would always do this because they're high schoolers. They're playing around and I'm fun and charming. I would always order, I'd be like a small fry and whatever.
Yeah.
And when I'd pull up to the window, I'd be like, and if you want to accidentally make that a large fry, I won't be mad. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, they would accidentally make it a large fry.
Yeah.
If I had the option now, going back, I would tip those people because they're getting the joke.
Yeah, they're getting a joke. But you know what? I used to do a thing in high school. Not even just high school. I think I stopped maybe at 21. Every time I would go through a fast food line in a drive-thru, I would always flirt with the girl. Right? And when you flirt with the girl, by the time you get in your food, you be like, let me get an apple pie. They get you the apple pie. Let me get a Pepsi. They get, like, it's just crazy.
Because they're getting underpaid to
Yeah.
deal with people like us.
Facts.
Pay them more.
Pay them more, man.
Don't make me click an option
No, I'm not
that
clicking
says no.
Nah. But if the service is fire, I can't wait to hit a tip on there because you've been so helpful to me.
If you've helped me out, if you told me how to order a combo better,
Yes.
if you've done something that's made it cheaper in the end,
Yes.
It's like if you get a discount at a restaurant, you tip for what you were supposed to pay anyways. You don't tip off of the discounted meal.
No. I'm always looking to help you back after you've helped me.
100%.
But don't give me, like, if it's a long line and you got an attitude, you're not getting a tip.
Right. If there's a long line, you have an attitude because you're busy, and I understand your attitude.
Yeah.
Don't make me click a button on an iPad.
No, because you know you're not getting a tip from me. But I'll tell you another way you're not getting a tip. If the line is long and you're the reason the line is long, like you talking to everybody too long,
Too long.
I'm speeding this up. No
Speeding
tip.
this
You
up.
tripping. I got somewhere to be.
Speed this up. No tip.
No tip.
I'm just going to draw an X. I'm not even going to sign. No tip.
Bam.